Yeah, so more random coincidences that have happened this last week. Last Wednesday, um, a week ago, I went to the dentist and my charge was $120. I remember after the dentist appointment, I had, more cash in my brokerage account. I wanted to, spend it on more stocks because, the stock market's been getting beat up at that time and I just thought it was a good buying opportunity. And I bought some Chevron shares. I added Chevron shares to my position, and the amount of shares I bought, they went up $120 that day, the same cost as the dentist, which was pretty cool. Mind you, I also bought a lot of other shares before the dentist appointment as well, uh, and my whole portfolio actually shot up like 10% that day. It was like 10.19%. That was like the highest gain I've ever had since I've been investing in stocks. And yeah, it was a good day, um, which is why I also bought more stocks because I knew any moment it was going to shoot up once there's any sign of good news. And I found that the market was pretty beat up as is, so it was a good buying opportunity. Nonetheless, I thought that was a cool coincidence, um, how that worked out. And then I remember the next day, one of my clients mentioned how she lives by a golf course and she likes to collect golf balls that go in her proximity. And then when she goes to play, she hits those balls because, they can be reused. One of the balls she found had a little smiley face on it. And it was a very distinguishable smiley face, she said. Anyways, when she went to the range and she was talking about it, there happened to be a lady there who plays golf at that course. And she's like, oh, that's one of my balls. She mentioned how she, makes a smiley face on all her balls. So the likelihood that, when she went to play golf and then bring up that ball, how the person who wrote those smiley faces on them happened to be there, I thought that was a pretty cool coincidence as well. So, and then also on Monday, one of my clients' name was Paige. And that was the same day that the WNBA draft happened. And the first pick in the WNBA draft was a girl named Paige. So go figure, I happen to have a client that day, and, he has the same name as first pick in the WNBA draft. And then the following day, one of my clients, Ariana, she was my last client. And my brother texts me that Ariana, same spelling, is going to graduate soon. Which is kind of cool how he happened to text me that right before I had a client who had the same spelling name as my niece. So again, I just found that to be a really cool coincidence. And yeah. And then sadly, March 21st, my dad died, and life has been weird ever since then. It's just been kind of sad, and just life's been different in general. But yeah, he died that Friday night. But yeah, he died the same day that George Foreman died. What's interesting about that is George Foreman was born January 10th, 1949. My dad was born January 5th, 1944. So my dad was 5 years older and born 5 days earlier before George Foreman. But yeah, they both happened to die the same day. So just another random coincidence too. But anyways, I guess that'll be it for now. Haven't been making as much videos lately, but just been kind of busy with work and life and just, I don't know, not too up on it lately. But I guess I'll leave it at that for now.